for me felt like I was supposed to earn it. So I will perform so that I can be able to be loved. I will osha vyombo just because I want to be seen, you know. Kwanza mostly means I cannot spend kufanya anything. And it's not because tacky, but it's because hata nikifanya hamuoni, you get. So nilijiambia for a moment, since you guys don't want to see me from the place natoka, sitafanya. But there are days I will do them, ndo muone. Ati ndo waseme, mbona usikue kama Vale? Mbona usikue kama Vale? Na msiniite Vale. Mbona usikue kama Vale? Vale. Because I will want to be seen. Okay. So for the longest, nilijua tu nafanya ndo nipendwe. Ama nafanya ndo nipewe maybe a present. So hata nikienda kufanya mtihani, I'll make sure I'll become the best, of which most time I didn't, because I was like, si must. Hata watanilinganisha tena na my siblings and they will be like, mbona usikue kama nani? And every single time wakinilinganisha, I'm like, you know what? It's not a must. Ladies and gentlemen, yet again, another time, another chance. Yes, another chance to be involved in real conversations, real faith, and real growth. Welcome to the Kambura Podcast, and I'm your host, Valentine Kaita, and I'm really happy and humbled. Yes, sijatafuta another introduction, but either way, I'm really glad every time to have you join us for this Kambura Podcast. Yes, please like, share, and subscribe, and go back. Because of videos, kindly guys, let us like, share, and subscribe. Yeah, because all these, we're doing it for you. Anyway, so today we are having a conversation that is really close to my heart because most of my life I've actually been living in a position where my boundaries have been crossed and I have been constantly people-pleasing everyone and anyone that I actually come across. So today we are speaking about boundaries and people-pleasing. And who else to speak about this other than my friend? Yes, a lady who's an embodiment of wisdom. And today, she's here with us. And she's going to tell us more about herself. Yeah, and I really love her so much. She is a friend, a sister, and a girl who I have seen her grow, move from levels and levels, from glory to glory. And I can't wait to see what else she has in store for us today. Karibu sana.
Asante. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Maybe you can tell our people who you truly are from your own words.
So I am Juguna Purity Nyokabi. I am born again. I love God. I'm a daughter of the Most High. I'm a sister, a friend. Yeah, I'm currently a student. Yes, that's me in a nutshell. Yes.
Okay, we're really happy to have you join us for the Kambura Podcast. And previously it was just a dream, but now it's coming to fruition. And I'm really glad that you've been walking with me in this journey. And your words have constantly been echoing in my brain that I should be able to do it and I can do it alone. And you're always here to support me. Yeah. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so how are you? How are you doing this new month?
I am doing well. I think mimi niliruka mwaka 31st of January. Kulikuwa na ile mimi nasema tunaweza piga nduru pia 31st ama ni December peke yake. So I think for me January started a bit there was so much happening, but now nimeanza vizuri. Now 2026 has started vizuri for me.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm doing well. Yeah.
Oh, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
Yes. Okay, that is really interesting. I'm really sorry that your year started quite rough, but we're glad that you've now started your year really nicely.
Yes.
Yeah, na umeanza vizuri pia tumekuja Kambura Podcast.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Talking about starting the year, Goja, how am I? Mingoje.
Oh yeah. I didn't ask. How are you?
I am fine. Of late, I have been really peaceful, been able to understand that anxiety can be able to be solved, number one, through prayer. And that for me has been a moment of understanding that saa zingine naweza kuwa anxious, yes, but if I'm able to control the way I think, what I speak towards myself, then I'll be able to be fine. So, of course, anxiety for me has been a lot this year. but hata mimi nikaa nimeanza mwaka pia tu sahi. So happy new year. And I can't wait to see what the Kambura Podcast has in store for us this new year. Leo si kama hizo siku zingine sisikiangi kurecord. Leo at least ulikuja psych, so I'm really happy. Plus you're talking about boundaries and people pleasing. Yeah, so I don't know, karibu niseme pan, but imekata. But either way. So we're going to have question and answer, where we'll be able to ask each other questions and have this as a conversation and make it flow, because we're here together, right? Plus, we're not doing this for the first time. We've had conversations with you, and I've heard you speak, and I'm like, that's my girl.
Okay, mafuta kabisa.
Unaweza kaa vizuri kaa hivi.
Kwa mgongo ama. Okay.
Yeah. So the questions are there. You can be able to see them. Then we'll be able to ask them. I ask a question, you answer, and then I pick it up. Then we continue like that. Okay. You ask the second question, like that.
Okay.
Get it?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. Let us go to our first question. Question number 1. When did you first realize that being nice was costing you something? Tumeanza mbali.
Yeah.
Tumeanza very far. Tumeanza hivyo, the seat is always made hot. Ndio ukikalia at least unazoea. When did you first realize that being nice was costing you something?
Okay. So when did I first realize? So I think nitaanza uko mbali kabisa. I'm a firstborn.
Okay.
So I think being a firstborn, kuna hiyo inaitwa the eldest daughter syndrome. For me, people pleasing or setting boundaries didn't come. Like, it came as natural. Like, that's how things are supposed to be. So I'd say the first time what was the question again?
When did you first realize that being nice
it was costing me something? So I think after now, through the years, because now I'm a firstborn, I have my sister behind me and my brother. So I kama mini nililea my sister through school, because we went to the same school, so taking care of her in school here and there. And so the first time after now finishing, she's in high school, she has finished. And then
congratulations
also,
to her.
Yeah, I love her so much. I've finished. Also, she's finished campus. She's finished high school, and I'm now in campus. That's when I realized actually she's no longer someone who needs to be taken care of. And now the first time I realized is when she needed help. Or she needed to be helped in something.
Yeah.
And I wasn't in a position to help her. Okay. And it would cost me so much to be in a position to help her. So I had to not help her.
Okay.
Not to please her. So I think that was the first time that I realized it was costing me something. Because if it was another time, I would be all in. I'll be like, okay, achana mimi niachane na mambo yangu, and I'll help you out. I think that was the first time I realized it was costing me something. And now through that, I've come to realize, because mostly it's with family.
Yeah, truly.
I've come to realize, saa zingine naambiwa nifanye kitu, ama naambiwa nifanye kitu, and I know it will cost me my time or cost me something that I needed to do or cost me I don't want to do it. But now realizing, that's where I came to realize actually kuna kitu inani cost. But before, it was just like, okay, I have to do it. I'm the firstborn. They need me. They need me. So I think that was one of the first times I realized actually this is costing me something. And I actually realized that it is actually people pleasing. Because before, maybe I would be like, I'm just helping out. Atafanya nini bila mimi? Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah, truly. Even as we continue, I would want to understand what's your perspective on what are boundaries, like boundaries ni nini?
Boundaries.
And people pleasing, so that maybe you can place it as a base. Yeah, ndo watu wetu. Plus you're smart.
Yeah, so boundaries, I would say I will put it like, boundaries is like a fence to a garden where it limits who comes in or who doesn't come in. That is how we'll define a boundary.
Okay.
People pleasing, define it as doing something for another person, doing something for another person, which will affect you, ama it will cost you something. That's how I'll define people pleasing. It will cost you. You're not doing it out of kindness. You're doing it out of if I don't do it, they will get mad or watakasirika ama wata. I think that's what I'll define.
So it's you protecting someone else's feeling through the deeds that you do.
Definitely.
Okay. So when did I first realize, using your definition of boundaries and people pleasing? For me, I don't think boundaries has been also a thing. I'm also a first daughter, not the firstborn, but a first daughter. And for me, I also did things because of duty. I'm supposed to do this. I'm supposed to show up for my siblings. I'm supposed to do this and this and this and this. For me, we've been brought up in a family of 6, whereby 5 of us are together, like siblings. Then one of us was our cousin. So most of my life, tumeshindana my cousin. And for us, it was easy to relate with her because, like, basically we are close to the same age. So we'll spend most of our time together. So she will tell me to do something. I wouldn't say no because I knew that she's going to get mad. So every single time she will tell me to do something, I will not say no. But every single time I fail to say no and maybe tarry, I end up finding her amefanya. So number one, the next time she will tell me to do something, I'll do it quicker because I know I don't want to do it, yes. But if I do it slow, she's going to come and take over and she's going to do it.
Yeah.
So when did I first realize is nikiwa campus. Hey, campus nimeona mabu. Guy, my lord. When most of my friends will tell me to do something and I'm like, I don't know, but I'll do it. You'll tell me, Val, uko na so nisaidie. I'll send you. That's the only money I have. I'm like, I can't say no because I mean you're my friend. I want to get into your good books. Yeah. So campus nikiwa first year ndo nili notice because nijipata Nakuru na sikuwa na fare. Same week kajipata tena Kisumu na sikuwa na fare. Just because I was trying to people please. Because I didn't have boundaries.
Nilikuwa nasafiri.
Nilikuwa naenda. Tamangu ajui story. Anyway. So nikiwa first year, that's when I realized. And funny enough, I didn't stop. So continuously, I will even get friends when they would like to have the first place. Wanaitanga main character syndrome. Wanakuwa tu mbele yangu. So most times I will do things because I don't like conflict. So nitajificha nyuma.
Okay.
Yeah, that's me. Nikiwa first year, that's when I realized nimewatoa huko kote ndo muweze kuelewa. Hiki tu ni kutoka mbali, but all those times I didn't even realize it. Yeah, maybe we can go up to the next question.
Okay, so the next question is, growing up, what did you learn about love, approval, and disappointing people, even if it was never said out loud?
Okay, when did I first learn about love and approval? Love, to me, felt like I'm supposed to earn it. Okay. Love for me felt like I was supposed to earn it. So I will perform so that I can be able to be loved. I will osha vyombo just because I want to be seen, you know. Kwanza mostly means I cannot spend kufanya anything. And it's not because tacky, but it's because hata nikifanya hamuoni. You get? So nilijiambia for a moment, since you guys don't want to see me from the place natoka, sitafanya. But there are days I will do them, ndo muone. Ati ndo waseme, mbona usikue kama Vale? Mbona usikue kama Vale? Na msiniite Vale. Mbona usikue kama Vale?
Vale.
Because I will want to be seen. Okay. So for the longest, nilijua tu nafanya ndo nipendwe. Ama nafanya ndo nipewe maybe a present. So hata nikienda kufanya mtihani, I'll make sure I'll become the best, of which most time I didn't. Because I was like, si must. Hata watanilinganisha tena na my siblings. And they will be like, mbona usikue kama nani? And every single time wakinilinganisha, I'm like, you know what? It's not a must. So for me, when did it feel like an approval? Nizo time zote when I was required to osha vyombo, ndo niambiwe mbona usikue kama Val. Ile time yote yenye nilikuwa nafaa kusoma, ndo wasemenge mbona usikue kama Val, you know? Lakini mimi naishi kutaka hizo approvals. For whatever reasons, I rose against them and I ended up being called lazy. Because I'm like, taki approval, you know, because it's going to cost me. So tunaweza sema at least hapo hivyo nilikuwa na boundary of which ilikuwa mbaya, but either way hawako wananilinganisha wakisema mbona usikue kama nani. But these days mi ndo reference. Sijui kama that's me people pleasing, I don't know, but I'm still learning. Yeah, what about you?
Okay, so what was my meaning about love?
Yeah.
I think for me, I come from, I'd say, from the family I come from, I think my parents really laid a very good foundation. I'd say I have known love the right way.
Okay.
Luckily for me, I count myself privileged because I have seen myself and my siblings being loved, not because of what we do or because of what we are, but because of we are just their children.
Yeah.
So I think that gave me a very good foundation of love, about what love is, and that I don't have to do anything to be loved.
Okay,
I don't have
that's
to
amazing.
come from any place of I need to do. But then now, where I think people pleasing came in is when you start so venye unasema wewe ulikuwa mbona usikue kama huyu, mbona usikue kama huyu. So I think when people start emulating, what's the word? They start referencing you, being like, mbona usikue kama mtoto wa kina nani, like now referencing to me or my siblings, then now that created now your the nini of people pleasing, because I don't want that title to go away.
Of
like
course.
it feels good to be used as a reference.
Yeah, totally.
Of which now it became, you don't want to fail, or you don't want to
let anyone down.
Yeah, because now everyone is looking up to you.
Yeah,
and then I'm the first daughter among my cousins. When tuko na wao the same age, I'm like the first, mi ndo mkubwa wao, the first girl. So you see kuna hiyo so much pressure even in the extended family, where people are always like mbona usikue kama. Or even in school, ni brag tu kidogo, I was doing well in school, so pia kuna hiyo from the teachers, from everyone, mbona usikue kama. So I think that's where now the people pleasing part came in, not from the confines of family, because I got a very good foundation about love there. Okay. But then when it came to now being referenced to, now I could see the expectations even from my parents. Maybe they didn't say it out loud, but there were so many expectations.
Yeah, of course.
So like now that created the people pleaser in me, and be like, okay, I don't want to fail them. Watasema nini? Watakuwa na point out to who?
Yeah.
I think now that is when that's how love went well. Approval hapo ndo ilianza ku come up. That was the whole question.
Yeah, totally. I'm tempted to point out the fact that I didn't learn love from my family. How do you call it?
Confines.
Yeah. But eventually I came to see it in my family.
Okay.
Way later on. And now I see it and I'm like, oh, this is what I missed. And I'm loving that it's now coming out. Plus, my friends, you guys, you love me in ways I can't even imagine.
You're sharing me with love.
Yeah, and that has also really like improved the way I thought about love. Yeah. So I know sometimes I might be seeking your approvals, guys, and I'm not sorry about it, but I'm sorry towards myself.
Yeah.
But I'm really glad that I was able to see it from your lenses and from my recently acquired lenses, my mom. Yeah, and I really love it. That's amazing. Interesting. You had an interesting childhood.
I did have an interesting childhood. Oh my goodness. It was very interesting in so many ways. Actually, there is one story we usually share almost every time we sit down and we are kuna hizi family to meetings tunakwanga nazo zenye maybe stima zimepotea.
Of course, lazima stima zipotee.
Ama like hakuna tu kitu ya kufanya important,
Yeah,
so
totally.
we are just seated.
And
I there's a story we usually tell each and every time again, because I usually wonder, my parents really made me grow up very fast. Hata wao wanashanganga nowadays. I think also that's where it brought up the that I had to people please, or I don't know, because now I remember we used to go, my sister is in my life so much, because like, so we used to go to school. We were living in a place called Mogoga at that time.
Okay.
So it's close. We were schooling in Thika. So imagine at class 3 or ama ni class 4, I will be allowed to go with my sister. Tupande na yeye matatu. My sister sasa hiyo ilikuwa kindergarten. Matatu to Thika to go to school with her. Like ni mimi sasa niko class 4. And I'm taking my sister tunaenda na yeye shule.
Where?
Like we have to wake up at 5 and we have to be in school by 6:30. Na tunatumia public means. So I usually tell that story. I'm like, what were you guys thinking? I was just a class 4 child. Like, mnanifanya nibebane na mtoto na kama ningempoteza mngesemaje. So I think also that build up that, because you see like you're being given so much roles. You're like, I really just have to prove that I can do it.
Yeah.
So I think that is one thing. Wazazi wangu na waulizanga hiyo swali ya wazange kujibu.
Mi class 4 nilikuwa najua panguza mapua.
Imagine, like it's so funny kwa sababu sasa ningempoteza. And we have to walk to school, like see ati tumefika town Thika. Thika is not a big town, but it pia iko na, you understand? Class 4, seriously.
So I remember you shared with me a while back. Ukiniambia hapa ndo mlikuwa mnapitia.
Yes. So that's
wazazi wako wanahitaji viboko. Because
hata wao hawaelewangi how. I usually ask them like, seriously class 4?
What were they doing? It's a conversation we need to have with them, because
they don't understand. I think maybe through that being made to feel like you need to do things, ama you need to step up. Ilikuwa like, okay, ni sawa, I can do it.
But don't you think they also grew up fast that time they had you?
They
like that time when wazazi wako walikupata, do you think that they actually had to grow up fast so that they can be able to be your parents?
They didn't. Hawakunipata very young. Like
they had time to grow up.
They had time to grow up. Na ndo amwe kunipata si, si wao ndo wali make decisions. I didn't tell them. Yeah.
Oh well, then you're lucky. At least you didn't force them to grow up. So anyway, we don't blame them as much.
Yeah.
And it's fine. Anyway, we can go to the next question. Do you think people pleasing is more about kindness or fear? And what fear shows up most for you? So do you think people pleasing is more about kindness or fear? I think tunaweza jibu hadi hapo alafu we pick the other part.
Okay.
Yeah. You think it's more of kindness or fear?
I think it's more about fear.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. It's the fear of falling below expectations, the fear of, okay, what will the other person feel, what will they say, how will they be able to do it alone. Like, it's fear for the other person and not even for you. Like it's fear that they, like, wewe tu ndo tegemeo.
Okay, so you fear for the other person. Okay. Not even for yourself.
No.
Okay.
In my perspective.
Interesting. Let me point this out before I actually forget. So previously, I was speaking with a friend of mine, and we happened to point out something, and I was the one who was speaking, and I said, it's not wildly acceptable that every communication we have is in retrospect of the level of respect you have towards someone. So if I don't respect you enough, I will not give you a specific sense of information. Let me bring it home. Okay. In this sense that if I don't respect the possible outcome that you're going to give me once, or the possible feedback that you're going to give me once I pass an information to you, then I will not give you that information. Because I would want to have control of your outcome.
Okay.
And if I can't have control over your outcome, then that means, or if I can't have control or accept it, then I won't be able to share that information with you. You get? Yeah. So can we say that people pleasing is also a sense of disrespect to self and respect to the other?
Yeah, for sure. I think it is. I think that really, because you see, when you're when you say you're a people pleaser, it means you're in a situation where you maybe kama ile example yenye umepeana, you don't have enough cash and someone borrows you cash.
Yeah.
You see, you'll give them, but you're not respecting yourself as much to be like, I also need this money. Or if I will also strain, but you're disrespecting yourself, but you're respecting their what?
Feedback.
Their feedback. Yeah. So I think it's a valid what? Whatever you said. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Just to digress. I know smart people don't digress, but either way, just to digress. I'm thinking, what about days when you're supposed to speak to someone concerning a specific information, or you're supposed to correct them? Do you respect them enough to tell them the truth or not?
Oh wow. Well, that's nini kwa sababu we have had this conversation with you. Okay. I think I have been learning to be able to do that.
Okay.
Because I realized if you are mostly for friends or family, if I respect you, I'll tell you and I'll correct you. Kwa sababu there's no need for me to be in my heart. I'm always like sasa huyu. Ama I go tell it to other friends and be like sasa Valentine. Sasa yeye anakuanga aje nini.
Mimi napenda chai yangu baby.
Sasa amefanya. I think it shows so much respect to tell the person, by the way, hapa haujafanya vizuri, hapa sijapenda. And the truth is, they might get angry. And after they may not even take the correction the way you wanted them to take it. But I think it's respect to them, because it's disrespect if you will go out and be telling another person, Sasa Valentine alifanya hivi. They'll know there's no help it will give to you and to them as well. So I think it's respect to correct. And I've been learning to do that, mostly with my friends. Because one thing I really value is friendship. Because I believe friendships are very important in life, because we can't do life alone.
Yeah, totally.
It's even God himself. Ndo create Eve. Aliona
Man cannot be alone.
Yes. So I think I have been trying to do that. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Have I answered the question?
Yeah, you have.
Yeah.
And that is really important, because people pleasing is something that we have really struggled with.
Yeah.
And us not being able to share maybe or correct someone is us people pleasing.
Yeah.
Which is not people pleasing. Basically, we are just trying to be evil. Anyway, because man, nafa correct and love.
Yeah, but I understand where also the nini comes from, because for example, if you know that the person will not react well, it becomes harder.
So tunaweza sema bado ni disrespect.
Ni disrespect. Lakini, yeah.
It's a strong word.
Yeah.
Pia the other?
The other party. Pia. Yeah. Nini imepotea, but yeah.
It's okay. The other part of the question is, and what fear shows up most for you?
What fear?
What fear shows up most for you? Do you think people pleasing is more about fear or kindness, and what fear shows up most for you?
I think I said it. I think the most fear that shows up is the fear of how will the other person feel?
Oh.
Like their feelings.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Their feelings. We can also say that fear being abandoned. Unaogopa ukiambia msee atatoka. Like atakutoka, ataenda. You know, so you end up like putting them close, or just people pleasing and stuff. So, plus, hey, okay, acha nisidigress tena. Ni sawa. We can go to the next question.
Like you haven't, or you have said abandonment.
Yeah, abandonment.
Okay.
For me, it's fear.
Fear of being abandoned. So meaning like, you fear that they will leave, the friend will.
Like ubeshte itaisha.
Okay.
I really value friendship, so let me hold on to this. I don't know if I'm gonna get a better one than this. I'm not saying that is what I do. Me, I'll slap you with the truth. These days, kitambo, it was hard for me, because I was like, I don't want you to leave.
Yeah. So that means also the place of having healthy friendships is important, because if you're having a healthy friendship, it will be, even if the conversation is hard and you fear that, it will be easier, because you know that we are building something here that we want it to last.
Yeah, totally. Tumekaa kwa hiyo swali sana. Director ni sawa. Tunaenda next. What happens? I'm the one who read the previous question.
Yeah, it's me.
Knock yourself.
What happens internally when you want to say no but still say yes?
Anxiety. Mi kwanza sijui kama kila nini swali langu litakuwa linaenda tu kwa anxiety because that is my current study.
Okay.
But anyway, for me, what internally do I feel? Or what happens internally? Normally, if I'm unable to say no, my body stiffens. I'm very uptight, and you will just notice from my facial expressions that I am not interested, yes, but I'll say yes. So internally, I'm like, I don't want to do this. So much anxiety will come to me. So my shoulders will be tight and mostly my chest. So chest yangu ina pound tu. Unadhani napeleka damu ndo niweze kupata nguvu niende nifanye hiyo kitu nataka zi. Kumbe it's just me like trying to say, Val, we need to say no. Need to say no. So most times it's my body communicating and it's like, I thought we said we are gonna be saying more no's.
Okay.
Yeah, so most times I shut down. I don't know what to do. I just stay still. And you're like, Val, you gonna do this? I'm like, I won't even say yes with my mouth. I'm like, because I don't know what else to do. I'll just shut down. So yeah, that's for me.
Okay. I think for me, what happens internally is I get into a dilemma of, like asking myself questions. Why did I accept? Or why should I accept? If I accept, what will go on? What are the consequences? So I really get into deep thought for me. Yeah.
Interesting. Well, I think for a moment, that is what I call anxiety.
Ni same thing, different explanations.
Yeah.
Different names. Okay.
Never thought that my anxiety is called dilemma. Anyway, at what point does serving others quietly turn into abandoning yourself? At what point does serving others quietly turn into abandoning yourself?
When you, I think it is answered by the question we answered earlier. When you are, it's like a cost you're paying for it. When there's a cost that you're paying for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yenyewe tulikuwa tumejibu. Tukianza kuongeza itakuwa tunajirudia. But anyway, I think one thing tunaweza point out ni eti that self-love is really evident every single time you refuse to compromise your boundaries. And you should be able to understand that self-love is first starting by understanding who you truly are, then understanding what do we call them? My ultimatums. This is what I'm going to do, this is what I'm not going to do. And abandoning yourself is you not being able to first learn who you are. That self-awareness is you abandoning yourself. And when you refuse to learn who you truly are, then boundaries and setting boundaries becomes really hard for you. Yeah, so basically that's it. Just wanted to point that out as we go to the next next one. How has people pleasing shaped the way you see yourself? When you are alone and not needed, not useful, it's just you. How's that shaped you? People pleasing.
Wow. Okay.
Minus people pleasing.
That's an interesting question.
Interesting.
How it has shaped me when I'm just me, not needed, not useful. So I'll give it with an example. So,
Okay.
my sister ni kama atapia in this conversation. Atajisikia. But my sister now has completed high school.
Yeah.
And then my brother pia ni mkubwa. So when we at home, most of the times, I find myself, hakuna kazi mingi, ninafanya. Like, I'm just
Sending.
Like, I'm just there. Not even sending. Like, they can actually do it for themselves.
Oh, yeah.
Or if it's something I used to do for them and help them do, sasa anaweza jifanyia. So I'm not needed, I'm not useful, I'm just there. I think it becomes a bit of a turmoil because you're like, okay, sasa nafaa kufanya. Niko free. I need something to do. I need something to feel. Ni kama bebe, I'm needed, I'm useful. So it makes me, nakuanga like, okay. So what's like I'm just nasikia too idle. I feel like sina kitu ya kufanya. What am I supposed to do here? The question was what it does to me.
You're not needed.
of late imekuwa tu nikuwa like sasa okay, like niko too tongue tied, I don't know what to do, I'm just there. It makes me feel like sasa amnihitaji tena, you don't need me anymore, you don't, I want to feel needed. Please need me. But it has also taught me to allow other people also to do things, because now I allow them to do things that I used to do for them, and even allow them to do things for me. It becomes easier. It feels good. Apart from the now feeling like you're not useful, it feels good to know that you can just sit.
Yeah.
You can just be there. You can just exist.
Okay.
Without being needed. Yeah.
Can we, so what is worth to you? Is it tied to the way you think, the way you do your stuff? Is it tied to any of those? Keeping in mind that some of these moments you're becoming tongue-tied, meaning that maybe you had drawn your identity from these stages. So,
I'll definitely agree. Nilikuwa try my worth on those things, because unajua when you feel like you're needed, ukifeel ni kama actually people need me, it gives you a sense of I need to be here. My worth now, I am relearning that my worth isn't in what I can do for people. Because I actually realized in my friendship circles, and my friends get so angry because we'll be somewhere and I just want to do. Not that maybe I'm even supposed to be doing it. I just want to feel useful
to me. Like,
I just want to feel useful. I just want to feel like I'm doing something. But I'm relearning to just at least najaribu.
Yeah, I can attest.
Yeah, najaribu. I can just sit down and be in my own nikuwe tu. Yani nikae tu. But it's hard because it's not something I'm used to. But I'm learning to do that.
I love that for you.
Yeah.
I'm really loving that for you. Hey, because you will come, maybe we're having a friends meeting and stuff. Wewe ndo ungeenda jikoni. Wewe ndo utaosha vyombo.
And it feels natural for me.
But sisi wengine tumekaa. We don't want to do anything of those. But sasa we're like, nafanya hadi tunasikia. Are we lazy? But anyway, I'm loving that you are really accepting that. I'm outside of this.
Yeah.
You know, it does not define your worth.
Definitely.
That's amazing. For me, niko na maoni kweli. Me, people pleasing has been a part of me. And I will constantly burn myself to warm everyone around me. And mabeshti wangu, wenye wanapenda take up so much space, they will have me and say Valentine is actually the best friend because I hate conflict. So how will that look like? Me, people pleasing.
Yeah.
You want us to do something? Chonjo.
Let's do it.
Kaende. Because I don't want to give you something that will be counter, that will make us sit down and then have us to discuss about it. And then ukuje ukatae yangu. Hey, Since I don't want that, guess what? Chonjo, let's do what you want. So for me, people pleasing ikitolewa, I don't think kwa sasa naweza sema niko na identity because I'm getting comfortable in not pleasing anyone and just being comfortable with me. Yeah. I mean, si must nifanye hizo vitu zote mnaniambia nifanye because I am okay. But for moment nakanga na second guess. I'm like, what? Atasikiaje? Okay. For instance, niende ninunue maybe something for me. I didn't have enough money to buy for you. Nimebajia. Hey, nikaivi nifikirie utakuja tu around a later time. I'm like, atafikiria aje? Nilikuwa najifikiria sana, so I end up buying for my friend or you. Juu unajua utakam na utafeel vibaya sikukunulia bajia. Na ukikuja nilikuwa nimesema nitakula zote mbili pamoja. Lakini ukikuja aje nimekuona, I'll be like, atasikia vibaya. So I will consider my friends more. Of which I came to realize is actually a part of my personality. I was learning the other day from Thomas Harrison, and he was talking about different personalities in different colors. That there's a red, there's a yellow, there's a green, and there's a blue. So apparently I learned that I'm a green. And green people, green people normally put other people in front of them.
Okay.
Yellow normally just like to interact and stuff. So most times my my main personality being the green and yellow being my primary, zina collide. So ziki collide, unanipata nataka kukufanyia but sitaki kukufanyia. I want to speak up and tell you that this is wrong, but I don't want to speak up because my green personality becomes louder than my yellow personality. Because my yellow personality just wants to keep on saying and saying and saying.
Okay.
But my green personality is like, nah, it's not a must. So, watu wanasema mimi ni extrovert, but mimi ndo najijua. Mimi ni introvert. Mimi ni introvert. Si mimi na washu.
That's debatable. That is very debatable.
Most times, the reason why you might say it's debatable is because my extrovert nature comes out when I'm really comfortable. When I am comfortable.
Okay.
Or when I want to people please. Anyway.
Okay.
So yeah, that's my understanding. It's been a journey of self-discovery. And I'm calling on to everyone to be able to join into this journey of self-discovery. Our next question. I'm learning a lot
Me
from
too.
you and
It's nice.
getting to dig deep. Okay, on to the next question. Nimi nasoma?
Mimi.
Oh.
For people of faith, why do you think setting boundaries often feels like disobedience or selfishness?
People of faith.
People of faith.
People of faith
What's
as
our
well.
imani?
Watu wa imani.
Yeah.
Where? Why do I feel like it's disobedience or selfishness?
Yeah.
Ntasema agenda isikwe mbaya. Najua we are called to love our neighbors just like we love ourselves.
Yeah.
And sometimes loving yourself feels like selfishness. And putting yourself first inakanga ni kama for instance, to me example. On Sunday, I was really tired. So tired. I had a backload of just sleep and restlessness. So I asked myself, do I want to go to church?
Yeah, okay.
Do I want to go to church? And if I go to church, how am I going to feel about it? Nitakuwa nimerest enough ama nitaenda tu tena niende ni collapse huko because manikuwa naisha like literally. And for me rest is not something nakonga nime include in my daily routine. So this one time so sinaona imenikujia yote pa.
Yeah.
So I asked myself what do I want to do at the moment? So nikajiambia acha nilale. So for me then felt like me setting a boundary, but felt like some sense of selfishness because I was required to be in church that day. It's a judgment, not the eyes.
Judge. It's just an honest reaction.
So for me, it felt like disobedience at that point, but I couldn't. Singe make kutoka kwenda. Na ningetoka niende, ningekuwa tu wasted. Na singewasaidia.
Yeah.
Like I would have, ninge show up to in a room and you're like, Val, what's wrong? Mimi nimechoka, chani niende home. And no one angekubali. So since I'm like, you know what, guys? I'm feeling like this. I'm not going to come. I'm not going to show up. And it's fine with me. Yeah. So for me, it felt like disobedience, felt like selfishness. But eventually I set a boundary and I'm like, you know what? When it's time to rest, it's time to rest.
Yeah.
And I think that is one of my main. The rest, naonanga tu bado ni disobedience. So siwezi zisema sahi. What about you?
Okay, for me, I think the reason why it feels like disobedience or selfishness is because of, I won't call it people of faith, I'll call it being religious. Because you want to do things to the letter, or you just want to look like a saint in mbele ya watu.
People pleasing.
Yeah, people please. You just want to look like a saint. Yeah. And there's this analogy that is given that like being born again or being a Christian doesn't mean now you are hata unatembea utaki kukanyanga siafu zenye ziko chini ati now you're just like kampole. You know, that's what the picture that okay, sahi it's changing because there's that shift of mindset. Yeah. But kitambo ilikuwa you're walking like
you're saved and soft.
Yeah, you're saved and soft. And maybe that's not even your personality because for there are some people that's how they are.
Yeah.
But I think it's that wanting to not, I think it's misinterpreting what the Bible says. It doesn't say sasa ukanyagiwe, sasa usiseme when things are not meaning. Just to give it, like Jesus alitandika watu from the temple, like aliwatandika. Sasa tutasema he's not Jesus because of that. I think now it's misinterpreting the Bible. What the Bible says actually, what is kindness? We misinterpret kindness for pleasing other people. Kindness should come out of the abundance of your heart, because the Bible also says out of the abundance of your heart your mouth speaks, and will also relate it to out of the abundance of your heart, that's where your actions come from. You will be able to equate your actions to what your heart is. But if your heart inasema sasa huyu amesema anataka nimsaidie na mimi sitaki, your heart is just saying no, but you just do it, then that's not even kindness. It's not even biblical, because you're not doing it out of your heart. Yeah, you're just doing it because I want to look like Jesus. And I don't think that is how Jesus was. Because I believe I realized Jesus was such a
that kind of man,
that kind of person that we may not, if he lived in this time and like our times, I don't think tungekuwa misjudge a lot of times. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Imagine your friend telling you get behind me seat.
I know.
Man, that is not you people pleasing.
No.
Anyway,
Yeah.
What changed for you when you realized that even Jesus disappointed people? And still walked in love.
And still walked in love.
Yeah, you realized that Jesus alitandika watu poko sana.
Yeah. I think for me, I'm naturally, not naturally. I find myself being, I'm soft spoken. Like when it's not correcting time, like just unataka kusema aje huku nje. So ni kulearn from Jesus, learning from Jesus. Yeah. So I think I've been when I realized, because I can say I was really that person who was, I don't want to step on your feelings. I don't want you to get hurt. I don't want you to, but the realization of that, it doesn't mean now I act like a hypocrite. That's when it changed, because Jesus didn't say, he said, love yourself, love your neighbor as you love yourself. So it has, it has to come from a place of abundance. When Jesus also disappointed her, he set boundaries as well. We see him drifting. We see him taking time alone without his disciples. When I look at that story, I'm like, I said disciples wa Jesus walikuwa anasema anaenda, mbona anaenda peke yake? Like he took time alone as well. He set boundaries. He kept boundaries around him. He didn't just live life for, you see. So I think that realization was like, okay, this is not how Jesus would want me to live. This is not what scripture says. Because as Christians, we're supposed to live as scripture tells us. It's our handbook, it's our constitution. So I think the realization of also Jesus, hakuwa anakanyagiwa. He wasn't being stepped on. Yeah, that was supposed to happen for us to receive salvation, but through ile character yake. Jesus. Yeah, so they say. And even when John the Baptist sends his disciples, akiwa in prison, jail, and announcer, go and ask him if he's the one who was supposed to come, or we should wait for another. And then Jesus is like, go and heal what, and then go and tell him what you have seen. Si angemjibu tu amwambia, yes, it is me. Like, yes, it is me. Okay, yeah, that's Jesus for you. So when I realized that, I think it changed the whole perspective of I'm not pleasing. If I not do it from a point of abundance, I'm not even being here. For you.
Okay, for me, don't I realize that indeed I should be like Jesus. Yeah, I know sometimes it can be hard for me. I want to say us, and then I remember I'm on my own.
Yeah.
It can be hard for me because normally I don't even tell my friends what I need. Because most times I'm like, you guys have a lot on your plate. So if I start adding myself onto this plate, man, tutamwagika. So haina haja. So for me, I'm realizing that I need to be like Jesus and set my boundaries and just walk with love.
Yeah.
Hata nikiwa correct. But then I just wa correctingi. Hacha ile siku nitajijua. I will be like Jesus.
Uko sure niko kwa kama Jesus ama ni tit for tat. Kulipisha.
I'll be like Jesus. You don't have to worry.
Jesus hakuwa analipisha, but anyway.
Sitalipisha. Usijali, sitawacharaza. Hata mkosei tena. I think we can move on to the next question. Next question. What was the hardest boundary you ever had to set? And what did it cost you or save you? What was the hardest boundary you ever had to set? And what did it cost you or save you?
What? Okay. That's...
Chaniongea before as you digest. So, for me, I'm that lady who's acha tu nijiite people pleaser because ndo tunaongelelea. So most times someone will step on me, I'll be like, no, it's okay, it's fine, I apologize on your behalf.
okay.
So most times it was kind of hard for me to say that msema nikosea. So one boundary that I've been able to set is me speaking every single time you step on me. Like umenifanya vibaya, I will tell you. So what did it cost me? It cost me a friendship because I spoke. This time I was like, spendy, na spendi. So after kusema hizi zote, imagine I'll disappear. And that is when I was like, what?
Your fear happened.
Yeah, it finally did. But I was like, you know what? I'm really glad that they went. Because at this point, I'm like, you know what? You were never meant for me. You were never meant to be part of my life. Because if I just give you a chance to hear what my mind has to say and you run away, you're not able to withhold what the embodiment of this creature. You know? So it saved me from the fact that I needed to keep on pleasing them. Yeah. It did cost me the friendship, of which I look back and I'm like, does it cost me really? It actually saved me a lot. Saved me my peace, saved me my mind, saved me who I am, saved me, like, me. Yeah. One day tutapeana your story. But either way, I'm really glad that I was able to set that boundary. So mi ukinikosea, I will tell you. Lakini bado sijashika hiyo rhythm, but nikishika nitakushow. So I'll give you like 2-3 days. I digest and then I'll come to you. But eventually I'll get there. Kina kucharaza. Why are you doing this to me? Yeah, that was one.
Okay. Bado sijapata, but yangu ni weird. Okay, see weird. Okay, there's this something I don't like doing at home. I really don't like doing it. So and I'd been doing it for a while, but recently nikasema maybe I don't like sipendi kazi na
kuosha vyombo.
Tasema hiyo ni yangu na familia. Sawa. Nisipunguziwe mahari. So
kwenda huko.
So
kupika chapo.
Hapana, sikupika chapo. Mimi ni mpishi, guys. Hiyo sitasema. Hiyo nitapunguziwa mahari. So I don't like doing it at all. So nikawaambia na wanajua tusipendi, but I used to do it because I'm like, sasa nitaona aje, mimi ndo firstborn, nitaonesha nini my siblings. So nowadays nikamwambia I don't like doing it and I'll not be doing it. So I don't do it. Like wanaendanga wanafanya wao, mimi ninaachwa karibu niseme nini, mimi ninaachwa nikiwafanyia the other work. So that's, and it has saved me. It has saved me a lot because now I don't get tired for nothing, and I'm also able to do the other things that I like doing.
Oh, that's
I think
amazing.
That's one boundary I have set. Yeah, nilikuwa ngumu because I used to go. I just grumble. Sasa mistaki. Yeah. My mom alichukua a while to accept, but
eventually
drawing a boundary. Yeah.
I really love that for you. Yeah, So finally, you're gonna give us the last question.
Okay, so who might you become if you stopped living for approval and started living from truth?
Aye.
Who might you become?
Me. Hey, my lord. Aye. Putting myself first has been one of the things that I have not done ever. Meanza juzi hata nikaenda nikajifanya facial scrubbing in the world.
Sawa.
Fanya scrub.
Glow up.
Kaskazuri. I was like,
Self-care.
self-care. So how will I look like when I stop living with approval? I think I'll become the best version of myself. Because I will be able to put myself first. And being able to put myself first looks like this. Podcast yangu, Mimi, and every embodiment of this living creature. Nikikuwa najiaminia venye nasemanga nikiwa hapa kwa podcast. Like I will be that great woman that I'm supposed to be. And my friendships will be like so mature.
Yeah.
And we'll be able to build healthy relationships. So I can say that most of my friendships are healthy because I am unable to deduct the level of approval I need from them. But tukitoa your approval, at least I'll be able to know who are my friends and who are not.
Yeah.
So it actually saved me from a lot. It saved me from a lot of work. Ile nguvu yote natumianga kufanya approval, nafaa kutafuta approval, nafaa kutumia kujinforce. Kijipea affirmations, kijiangalia hapo kwa kioo.
Kutengeneza pesa.
Of course.
Money. You need money.
Na kutengeneza pesa.
Yeah,
daily thing. Yeah, so I'll be able to step up into who I truly am. And who is Valentine? That's for me to know and you to find out.
Okay.
What about
for
you?
For me, what would it look like if I start living for approval instead of living from truth? I think I will do things that I am not comfortable doing. Like I'll do so many things. Not weird.
Weird.
I'll do things that I'm not confined. Nimetumia jina sana pia.
Iko tu sawa.
Like,
yako.
I'll do things. Unajua kuna there's a way. I'd say for me there's a way. I feel like people would want me to be. There's a way family has laid out and it's a good thing because there are nice things and there are good things but then there's also the very explorative part of me, the one that I just want to explore and just do some things, like do things that are out of what's the normal way that it's equal. I think I will be nitakuwa tu here and there doing so many things that are not in the normal framework of what life is supposed to look like.
Okay.
The normal framework of career, the normal framework of what I'm supposed to do or what I'm not supposed to do. And I also think I will be more calm. I'll do less work even in my friendships. I'll just be like, yeah, whatever goes.
Kaende.
Interesting. Yeah.
Okay. One last question. So I'm getting that all these people, all these laid frameworks have been laid and everything. So what is stopping you to live outside the approval?
Yeah, umeamua kunifanya ninge therapy. What is stopping me? I think I'm still learning that people may have their own perspective or may have their own way of thinking of how life should be. The society just has a framework that is laid out there.
Yeah.
So right now I'm learning that. I think what is stopping me is I'm in that need of learning that. Yeah, okay. But what is actually ni fear? The fear of what if I do this and it fails? What if I treat a kind of rebel in that aspect and it fails and it goes wrong or it doesn't work out? So what happens? Yeah, at least the normal framework, that there's somewhere it is going.
Yeah. So, I don't want to advise you, but you can take it if you can. But anyway, I would want us to finish and point out this, that nothing should be able to make us fearful.
Yeah.
Nothing should be able to pull us away from the level of approval that we need. We don't need that approval, and we should be able to acknowledge that we can do everything that we set our minds to. And
Yeah.
I'm also telling you, please go do it.
Yeah.
All those things that you would think are weird, go do them, because I believe that you don't need our approval.
Yeah.
You don't need our parents' approval. We don't need it. Unless it's really necessary. Unless unafanya kitu mbaya, tutakushow.
Simbaya, guys.
Saka si mbaya, then you don't need our approval. Just go do it.
Yeah.
And maybe you can be able to share a parting shot. And nikishukuru watu unaweza fikirianga parting shot, alafu ndo uwape kitu mzito mzito ndo, so that we can be able to finish this up. So my guys, thank you so much for joining in for the Kambura Podcast. And today, Theory T, Nyokabi and Jogona will be able to share with us a parting shot. Wow. Yes, we are concluding. It's coming to an end, Mr. Kangi share, but ni sawa. So ni sawa director, tunamaliza.
Yeah. I think my parting shot would be people pleasing and setting boundaries is a very important aspect of life, because it helps you have healthy relationships, and relationships are what guide our lives. Like, you can't live like an island. So all of us are in that learning. Nikikuja hapa, I thought venye niko I'm vast in nimesha overcome some things in people pleasing, but now I'm realizing that there are things I still need to nini. So it's a journey, and I think every one of us should walk through that journey and allowing ourselves not to please other people, and being like Christ as well, because that is our constitution. That is what guides us, and seeing what was Jesus Christ like, and being able to emulate his character. Yeah,
that's really amazing. Of course, it's a parting shot.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys, for joining in for the Kambura Podcast. First of all, I want to shout. Last of all, last but not least, I want to shout out to our production team, the Sonic Frame. Thank you so much, guys. You have been doing an amazing job, and may the good Lord bless you. And my parting shot will be that self-love is really important for each and every one of us. And every single time you feel like you would want to compromise, please remember that people pleasing is you compromising so that you can be able to fund someone's ego or desire to be seen. So every single time you think of people pleasing, or you think of not raising your boundary or just fanning it down, just remember and ask yourself, am I respecting me, or am I respecting the other person's feedback? So you remember that you need to put yourself first. So you love yourself, you love your neighbor as you love yourself. The only thing you can be able to put out there is your love. The same love you're giving yourself is the same one that you're going to give to other people. So kama yako ni hatred, guess what you're giving other people. Otherwise, that has been our time, and may the good Lord bless you. See you in the next episode. Like, share, and subscribe. I've been your host, Kambura, and my guest has been
Purity.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys. Bye. Peace.